Hello, and welcome to another video. This video, I will be starting an Ironman series for New World. If you're not sure what an Ironman is, it means to be solo or self-sufficient. Basically, you do everything by yourself and or do pretty much everything you can by not trading. So I won't obviously be trading. And when I get into group content, which there's a lot of group content, I will make sure that I am not only prepared, but make sure that I'm not being carried. I'm min-maxing my damage as much as I can. I do know all these dungeons, I do know pretty much all the content. I think the newest dungeon I haven't done, but that's pretty much it. I've done pretty much everything. I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not a complete noob, but I am looking for a challenge. I am not going for hardcore, but we'll see. We'll definitely try not to die, and that'll be fun. I'm playing on Valhalla, so gathering routes will be relatively contested, forcing me to be creative when gathering and maxing out my skills. This is my first time doing content like this, so forgive me with how it's done as I continue to increase quality. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will be happy to read them. As for my experience, I played the original launch and fresh start, with both characters being at the point where they're only hunting best in slot. I've always enjoyed leveling in this game, and making an Ironman will be an awesome experience for me personally, as I adopt this sort of playstyle already. I know a good bit about the game, but I don't know everything. The past bit of updates are new to me, so what better time to jump back in right before the raid comes out. Outside of the basic ground rules of not being able to trade, I want to use my gold in some sort of way, though I have not decided completely. I would like to be able to purchase trophy materials, specifically the legendary items that we'll have to farm chests endlessly for. This will swallow a lot of my time, and I think it'd be very helpful for not only my sanity, but progress' sake. Everything else in the game is rather reasonable, but suffering from bad RNG for trophy materials doesn't seem worthwhile. Though, let me know what you guys think. I suppose we'll know when we get there. Again, I only mean the really hard ones to get. I won't just be purchasing relatively easy ones to obtain, especially ones that you can farm. Alright, we're going to go to some sped up footage. This is only sped up footage that we'll do in this episode. I just want to do this because, you know, it's the beginning of the game, you know, just boring stuff. Pretty much the same old. Everybody that makes a character goes to this. But I do want to explain my goals and some other things. So I'm going for some extra flint here because engineering and furnishing is going to be my first two goals. So I want to get this as high as I can right off the bat. And also I want to try to do all the quests that I can. Every bit of questing will help me get more gold. More gold means I can get my houses. I get my houses, that's great. That means more damage from trophies, more storage in towns, so I can hoard stuff a lot more, because I'll definitely be doing that. And just generally, it'll be good. First Light might get removed, or at least I read some things about that. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but if it does happen, I want to try to just rush that, get that out of the way. So if it does get reworked or changed or whatever, those quests will, I think, be gone. So that gold will be inaccessible for me. So if I get it now and then, you know, it gets changed, you know, I've got gold that I otherwise wouldn't have had. So I'll definitely take advantage of that. And then we'll be going for maxing all our skills in the long run. Since we're on Valhalla, again, being creative will be important in getting what I need, like mixed routes and creating new ones where there's little to no contest for materials. I know that ironwood and woodwood will be a real problem, as last time I played there was a blatant lack of these nodes. Obviously for mining it'll be a different story, but for ironwood and woodwood, I know that'll probably be the biggest struggle. I also have older guides on gathering routes, with some still being relatively great at what they set out to do. Some of them are outdated because the area has changed. That one in particular is the Everfall Soulmote route, I think. I'll definitely be making new guides as I go, so you know where and how I'm getting most of my stuff, even though I am on a higher population server. Now, I chose a higher population server because of the ping, so that just means I can afford to challenge myself more. I can go in with lower gear score and not feel like I want to get absolutely wrecked. I wouldn't say I'm terrible at the game, but I'm not like the best. So I will be going into Brimstone Sands undergeared. As soon as I can get into Brimstone, I want to do all the story there. I'm going to do everything there. Undergeared, mostly solo, obviously. You know, if somebody comes by and helps me, it's not like, it's not going to be the end of the world, right? I'm not going to get, you know, annoyed or fed up and, you know, like get, you know, whatever, you know, it just happens. There's nothing I can really do about that, but I'm not going to rely on other players. I'm going to try to do everything by myself. But we're definitely going for Brimstone Sands as soon as possible. And when we're in Brimstone Sands, that'll be definitely a lot of fun. I want to go in with no potions and no food, so basically no preparation at all. And I want to make it like just as brutal as last time that I did it. I have a video on my channel called Surviving Brimstone Sands. I will put it in the description. There is a playlist with it, and you can see where I went through with like 480 gear score, and I went through all of Brimstone Sands with that. And obviously I used the upgrades as I got them. It was a lot of fun. It's probably the most fun I've had in a long time in New World. Definitely recommend it if you're looking for a challenge. Some of the archers in Brimstone Sands are so... even when you're geared, man, like those things they're a pain. So I'm pretty sure you'll probably know what I'm talking about if you played Brimstone Sands at least. Those archers, nightmare. Imagine your like 5 con, light armor, 480 gear score, something like that. Yeah, it's not the best of times, but I remember like dodging and weaving and going prone and sneaking through stuff and getting one shot by an arrow a couple times. A little bit more than a couple times, but you know, hey, it was fun. I found some cheeses for some of the bosses and some of the quests too, which was cool. And also found a way to leash mobs, which was very interesting. I made use of that bow that you got from the story to lure some of the champion mobs where the ads spawn over and over and over. Like it's almost impossible to get in there and solo it. So I found a way to actually leash him away from all the other mobs. So I would say with great confidence that I'll definitely get through Brimstone, probably with no problem. It will be a little bit of a struggle at first, probably. And I do expect to die, but, you know, that's part of the fun. We'll definitely try not to die, but that's not going to be our ultimate goal. I don't want to be hardcore. Obviously, hardcore, I think, I'd be playing it too safe, and I think it would kind of get boring. So I'm going to play it risky and try not to die, but that's not ultimately our goal. That's not what we're setting out to do. And other than that, we're going to phase out the voiceover. I think pretty much everything is like groundwork laid out for the video. I don't really know what I'm doing, excuse me. So please do forgive me. If you guys have any suggestions, again, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try to improve. And excuse me for saying episode 2, because I was going to make this, how to put it, 2 episodes, but I chose to just make it into 1, so you guys can get a glimpse of clips, like live gameplay kind of stuff, and then you can also see the pre-recorded. I know there's nothing really going on in the beginning, so I kind of like skip through it, and then the clips are a little bit different. Also, if you guys want to see certain things that I do early on, or how I do it and what I do, definitely let me know. Other than that, we'll just go around recording everything I find interesting and each little bit of like I guess progress that I make. Since there'll be a lot of it in the beginning, a lot of quests, I'll probably just capture cool things. But other than that, we'll go into live footage now. Hello, and welcome to episode 2. This episode, we're going to go for iron to steel tools and try to finish most of the quests, if not all the quests, in Windsward. At least in the city, that is. We're continuing where we left off. We had just made it to Windsward, and the first episode was mostly to lay down the groundwork for my experience and what to expect in the series. Another thing I just want to quick touch up on is that I am looking for a challenge for the most part. So we'll be running 5 con in light armor as often as I can. Obviously, I'll just use whatever I have at first, but eventually I'm going to transition into that. If you guys prefer this kind of style of video compared to the first one, where I'm going to be doing clips this video versus, you know, pre-recorded and voiceover in the first one, please let me know. Anyway, we're going to get into the first stuff that we're going to do. As we arrived here, we have some quests that we do. Obviously, open the storage, we have open the storage chat, and the trading post. The trading post that we cannot use, but I'm still thinking that maybe I should allow myself to buy trophies, and that's it. No, I do think it somewhat goes against the idea of being an Ironman. I still think it would be a great time save and a great sanity save, because that would be terrible. Just sit there and grind for trophies over and over, only to get the wrong trophy. That would suck. I don't think they made any changes to trophies since I last played, so I'm pretty sure it will be a slog getting them. And for the most part, I don't really plan on making Windsward my main town. I'll probably go with Monarch yet again. It's just my personal preference. But we started Windsward, so we'll do Windsward. And most of the stuff that we're going to be doing is putting in storage and territory, because the other ones aren't really worth it, not anymore. Just because I just noticed this. What in the world is going on here? How many people are here? Jake FKSSD, yeah, CEYFF, MBBTD, yeah, KYRRR, yeah, these are definitely legitimate players doing legitimate business in the legitimate place of Windsward in the corner over by Yuzma. Yep, yeah, just your normal, everyday, New World shenanigans. We're all just chilling here with our bot-like names and bot-like clothes, you know. Nothing suspicious here. This is arguably the best part of New World right here. The sound. I don't think I've ever played a game where the sound design is just so good. Totally don't need to be cutting as many trees as I am doing, but here I am. It's very immersive, you know. Just chilling out here with a jack-o'-lantern on your head. Totally can see what's going on. And a giant sword is clipping with your shield. Yeah, I mean, just normal stuff out here, you know. The immersive. And here we are, already making our iron tools. Totally forgot how, you know, little requirements you need. You don't even need engineering levels for this, so we've got that out of the way now. We do have to make the other two tools, but I'm pretty sure one of these quests is going to give us what we need. So we have an update here. It seems that the bot farm has moved. I don't know where, but they're gone. Not sure what to think about that, but they're gone. Anyway, we finished a couple quests, about to finish another one. We do the rest of our iron tools here, so that'll be great. And we finally have a hatchet, so this means goodbye, sword and shield. You will be missed. And now we're probably going to change our secondary weapon if we're going to use hatchet, but for now I might as well just get the levels on them, because these two weapons are incredibly useful, and they'll be useful later on too. Now we'll go to make the rest of our tools, and then we'll continue on questing. Obviously I'll cut all that out because questing is quite boring, depending on the quest. Some of the quests are pretty cool. Especially the Thorpe one. I love that quest. That was a great addition. I had no idea. The first time that I ran into it, scared the hell out of me. I was like, what the hell is this? And I say, no, I got hit for like half my health. Here I am putting the things in the wrong slot. I am very awake, I must say. I know last clip I was pretty quiet, but I should be a little bit louder now. I had my gain really low for some reason, but we have fixed that. What in the world was... Oh, was this a smelt? Oh, I smelted all the iron. Craft an iron... Oh, why isn't... Oh, okay. It's just telling me how to do it. We need to make this. Oh, I spent all the iron. Never mind. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Yep. Yep. This is why you read your quests. That's okay. I need more iron anyway. We'll take some honey while we go by, because that'll be useful for cooking later on. We still haven't filled up our inventory. We've not used the storage once. I am actually shocked that I haven't, but a lot of the stuff that used to weigh a lot don't weigh as much as it used to, so that's definitely nice. What's that house thing? I don't have a house. Yeah. Sure, that looks good. Whenever I can afford a house, that is. Anyway. And after a little detour, after felling before, we now have this done. So that's nice. Get that out of the way. Turn in this quest, and I think we get some new quests pop up after this one, which will be nice. Or not. Okay, well, that was fast. I wasn't expecting to get through most of those quests already, but not complaining. I don't actually want the sword, so just get rid of it. Get some iron back, and so far we are doing pretty good. I'm going to refine some of this stuff, get some crafting levels, and then I guess we can go out and do these quests. Definitely need to get these points over here, because I already got that one. Got 3 more to go. Alright, and we are back for day 2. This would have been technically the second episode, but we're going to make it at least into the first one. So we're going to have clip gameplay and non-clip gameplay. And one thing, we had moved on since last clip to come over here and start doing these quests. We haven't unlocked the fast travel points just yet, but one thing I do want to point out is that I've been picking up all the food stuff. I'm usually really bad about picking that stuff up, but it's going to be so helpful later on. Plus, I want to try to get my harvesting. Oh, we just leveled up. Nice. I want to get my harvesting to 30 because these things right here, they're all over, like everywhere on the server. Last night, there's so many of them. And I felt so bad, like all those motes and whatnot just went to waste. Alright, getting our first combat. Oh yeah, we forgot we are in medium armor. I wanted to get that back down to light. Might just take off a piece of gear. Might be the best way to do it. Just take it off and call it a day. Yeah, we'll just salvage that. So we have light armor again. The damage bonus from having light armor early on is pretty big, especially when you have a pure strength build or whatever, like a pure build instead of just putting it like summon con and whatnot. Highly recommend in the early stages to experiment with what you're doing. Obviously, I think full damage is definitely the best way to do it, and try to stay in light armor because light armor will make it even easier for you to do damage. Though I'm pretty sure most people already know what they're doing, and if you're watching an Ironman series, you probably are thinking about doing it yourself, and I would recommend it. It's definitely a lot of fun. I enjoy this game. I love leveling characters, so I might be a little bit different than most. I know people are like, oh, I don't want to do a leveling experience again. Well, I like the revamped leveling quite a bit, so this will be my 3rd time leveling and 2nd time going through the revamped leveling process, and I would say the revamped leveling process is actually really good. I really like it. It does, again, become a drag once you start getting over to Weaver's Fen, but there are options to skip Weaver's Fen, thankfully, but they're not like amazing. I will probably be skipping Weaver's Fen again through this playthrough. I didn't really skip it last time, but I'll probably skip it this time because doing it for a 3rd time, I don't know. I feel like if any zone that should be reworked instead of First Light, it should be Weaver's Fen. Something about that place, it's just not fun. So I'll probably do a lot of life skilling stuff instead of just going through and doing Weaver Spin and get a lot of levels. I'll probably run through and do the main story. You know, blink and you miss it. You know, it's not going to be something I want to linger in at all. Probably do any of the quests there. Let's skip through it. We will obviously still need to unlock it for the obvious reasons of having storage, but again, I'm just going to go through it. For now, we are probably going to go for steel tools, but here I am, rambling on, collecting corn, squash, cabbage, but yeah. It's going to be a lot of that, a lot of getting sidetracked, and that's definitely part of the fun. We are just doing a quick update here. We've got our first bag, our first amulet upgrade. We did delete our chest piece just for the sake of mobility. Definitely don't even want to bother with that. Don't bother with that. We got some Arcana stuff. We got our first emotes because we did hit 30 harvesting, I believe. Yeah, here it is. I'm literally hovering over it, not even noticing. My armoring actually is from just first time crafts. As you can see, a lot of first time crafts are really important. So for Arcana, getting these random things like bullish cobs and reeds, that's going to be super nice to get the first time crafts out of the way. That's going to help me quite a bit, especially if you guys are like trying to get your stuff up there. The first time crafts are huge. And are you going to tell me I can't get through this door? There we go. Okay, if you guys didn't know you can get through stuff like that, it's interesting. Usually the way they do it, they're looking kind of up, or usually in the middle, somewhere where they can get onto stuff. And there's another thing too for climbing. If you hold R and B while you're climbing, you can kind of prevent yourself from sliding down, which allows climbing to be a lot easier. Just a little tip if you guys have not really messed around too much with the mechanics of the game. Don't really know why that's a thing, but it's definitely useful. I'll definitely be making use of that a lot, especially in Brimstone, as I will need to like leash mobs away. So I'm definitely excited to do that again. This area is new to me, actually. It's really cool. That's kind of like why I wanted to record. I've never done this area before. This is one of the new areas that they added into the game. It's actually pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. These mobs are different, I would say. I'm glad that they don't stagger. Pretty sure they removed a lot of staggers since I last played, and I know that was one of the most annoying things about the PvE in this game. Stagger is such a unfun mechanic, but I'm glad to see they're phasing away from that. That's a definitely really good change. We are going to finish this quest, and then after we finish this quest, which I'm totally going the wrong way for, we will probably call it for this episode, and then we'll go into the next one, where I'll probably maybe run down to First Light and start working on First Light. If not, we'll be finishing up Windsward and then going to First Light. I probably won't do too much in First Light because like it's just going to be really easy quests, low level quests that I'm just going to run through. Though if anything cool happens, I'll show you guys. I'll try to keep track of actual amount of gold that I make from First Light. So I'll probably be doing it with Monarchs too. I just like Monarchs, so we're going to do Monarchs too. And to finish off the episode, we'll show our skills so far. This is what we have. We haven't gotten really too far. We haven't done much, really, of anything. But next episode will definitely be better. These are my achievements, by the way. I've got quite a bit of stuff done, but not everything. I don't think we'll be seeing achievements anytime soon. But this is what our storage looks like. This is how much stuff we've got so far. Again, not much, but we're just starting. We definitely need to open some chests. That's going to be... We are down bad for that right now. But we are starting with good habits. Definitely need to get more moats and get to mining and logging here soon. I do want to make some better iron tools, but maybe I will go immediately for steel if I can. I do think steel will be slightly out of my level range, so I got some questing still to do. And we'll pick up where we left off, and we'll be doing rest of the Windsward Quest list or series, and then we'll be running over to First Light and finishing up over there. Just because I want the gold. So far we have 700 gold almost. So we are definitely far away from our first house, but we'll get there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to leave a like or even comment. And if you're feeling generous, I would really appreciate a subscription. Normally I don't ask for these kind of things, but it would definitely help the video, getting it promoted and stuff like that. If you thought it was a decent video or if you want to see more, that'll definitely help me know that I want to continue and get these out a lot faster. I already have a couple things already planned for a second video and a couple clips already recorded for it, but we're not there yet. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope to see you guys again soon.